Hey Carson, how you doing? Hey,
Good.
I wanted to ask you. You and Jared have been friends for a while now. How has your relationship with him developed over the 5 years you guys have been playing? And is there any kind of Manning Brady vibe to it? I mean, as far as a rivalry.
The relationship's been good. Obviously, we've seen them a handful of times over the years, playing against them, so I get to holler at him here and there. But um, he's on the West Coast, I'm on the East Coast, so we exchange texts every now and then. But it kind of is what it is. A lot of respect for him as a player and as a guy. Consider him a friend, but the rest of that the rivalry, all of that stuff, that's neither here nor there for both of us. I just enjoy playing against him, competing against him, and it should be another fun one.
Hey, Les Bowen and then Ed Kratz.
Hey, Carson. So since we last spoke with you, you've had some time to look over what happened Sunday and maybe come to some conclusions about it. What was the problem? Why couldn't you get things back on track after they kind of went awry in the second half?
Yeah, culmination of things. Like we talked about, we came out swinging and we started fast, but we had obviously the turnovers really hurt us. I got to do a better job protecting the ball. We had a lot of negative plays on first down and put us in really tough situations. We had way too many third and really extra longs, and so just negative plays really affected us. And that was everyone across the board. Just it wasn't a lot of physical mistakes as much as just communication and some breakdowns that we got to get situated. And like I said earlier, I got to take better care of the ball, get rid of the ball, and I'm looking forward to bouncing back personally. I know this offense is as well.
Hey, Ed, then John Clark.
Hey, Carson. Doug was asked earlier today about why why weren't there many more designed rollouts? I mean, why weren't you rolled out of the pocket a little more, maybe to get you free of some of that pressure?
Yeah, I think it was just kind of the flow of the game. I think they made a good play earlier on one of them, and we didn't stay ahead of the chains like we really should have to be conducive to those types of plays. And so it's always one of those things you come out of the game and maybe you wish you would have done this differently or whatever. But as players, we got to execute the play when it's called, and if it's not executed properly or well, sometimes you get away from some of those things. But I think it was just kind of an interesting flow of the game, and I don't know fully the right answer to that.
Hey, John Clark and then Tim McManus.
Hey, Carson, your two interceptions in the first game were to your young receivers who were in their first action. And yesterday, Jalen said he could do a better job fighting for the ball. And then he said on the deep ball miss, he said he slowed down. You didn't have any preseason games with these guys. How do you get the chemistry better or going with your rookie receivers?
Yeah, I have nothing but confidence in those guys. I got to make better throws first and foremost. Those guys are out there competing their butts off. Jalen is a guy that, a lot of respect for, a lot of excitement for him, right now and for, hopefully a long career together. But you just got to get the chemistry as much as you can on the grass. And so it's the routes on air. It's taking advantage, after practice or during, special teams drills and practice and those sorts of things. And so, and a lot of it, that you don't have the physical time on the field, it's just talking to them, understand, hey, this is what I saw. What are you seeing? And just understanding how we each see the game. And, I think those reps on the field from last game are going to be extremely valuable for him, for Hightower, for some of these young guys to continue to learn from and grow. And, I'm expecting big things as an offense and with those guys especially.
Okay, Tim McManus and then Kristen Rogers.
Carson, there's a couple of viral videos of Aaron Donald just kind of wrecking the Dallas offensive line from week one. I'm assuming that's showing up on tape as well, and your thoughts on the threat that he poses.
Yeah, Aaron Donald is he's a monster. Everyone knows it. Everyone around the league knows the type of player he is and how he can really disrupt an offensive game plan. And so for us, it's we're aware of that. We're aware. Somebody we got to always know where he is. But at the same time, we got to execute. We got to come out and execute, not play afraid or not play timid. But he's a guy we definitely take accountability for where he's at all times. And like you said, he's a game wrecker, and if you let it happen. So we just got to be smart with how we handle that.
Okay, Kristen Rogers and then Jeff McClain.
Hey, Carson, you touched on it a little bit a second ago, but as we talk about your connection with those young receivers, how much do you think it can grow here from week one to week two?
Yeah, I expect to grow really every week with these guys. I think practice is always great. Routes on air is always great. Going against our defense is always great. But there's just nothing quite like those live reps. I look back at my rookie season and just how much you learn and how much you experience and what it does for you as a player. And I know these guys, the same thing will occur. And from week 1 to week 2, I expect progress to be made from all of us. And I think these young guys, especially, finally getting their feet wet, getting out there, making a few catches, doing their thing. I expect them to keep progressing and this offense to keep progressing at the same time.
Okay, Jeff McClain and then Martin Frank.
Carson, after the game, you said that there were probably a few times you felt like you held the ball too long. I imagine watching the film, you came to the same conclusion. What is the process for coaching points there? At this point in your career, is that something that Doug and Press are still repeating, or is that something you feel like you don't really need to hear because you know in your own head what you should or should not do?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty aware of it. Every case, every specific play is very specific. It's really case by case, and there's a time and a place to fight. There's a time and a place to throw it away. There's a time and a place to just eat it and take the sack. And I'm obviously not going to get it right 100% of the time. And so it's continually talking through it with Press, with Coach, with everybody, and understanding. You're not going to get it right. You're not going to be 100%. But how can we grow? How can we get better? And at the end of the day, some of those things are going to happen, but I just can't put the ball on the ground. I gotta take care of it. Sacks might happen. Throwaways are okay, but I got to be able to lock that ball up and not put it on the ground anymore.
Okay, we have time for 2 more, so we'll go Martin Frank and Dave Zangaro.
Hey, Carson. When you guys are in 12 personnel, how much does it help having the 2 speed guys, Deshaun and Jalen? I mean, how much does that open things up for Dallas and Zach? And if you can also talk about just how valuable having those 2 tight ends on the field at the same time are.
Yeah, having Zach and Dallas on the field at the same time, we believe just is going to create a mismatch somewhere. Whether it's one of those 2, a receiver, a running back, we just truly believe there's going to be a mismatch and we're going to find it. We went to Dallas a few times last game because we felt we had a mismatch. And so, having both those guys on the field is extremely valuable to our offense. And then having the Deshaun, the Rager, the Hightower, the guys with some speed out there, I think definitely helps in those packages. It's not a must-have, but it definitely helps keep safeties deep and puts that threat on their radar so it can help open up some of these guys underneath.
Okay, last question, Dave Zangaro.
Hey, Carson, speaking about Zach, it seems like there's some obvious tension between him and the front office right now over his contract situation. As a leader on the team and a friend of his, how do you handle that situation personally?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always talking to a lot of the guys, honestly. I'm talking to Zach, quite often. And, as players, we just stay together. We just stay together. We believe in each other. Some of those things sometimes just they take care of themselves. And as players, we just keep believing in each other, keep encouraging each other. And I've been able to talk to Zach plenty. And, I am expecting a big season for him. Last game, obviously only getting a couple catches. That's just the way the game went. It's neither here nor there. But, we know he's going to get his, and he's going to be a big part of this offense. And, he's a great teammate, and we all love him and believe in him.